All right, in this video, we're going to talk about how to prove a negative in the COPA v. Wright trial. Coming up 2 weeks away is going to be the Satoshi trial. The identity of Satoshi Nakamoto is going to be finally revealed. So we got Zem Gao. He wrote an article here on the 20th, and I want to just recap it a little bit to discuss some of the relevant points in summary. Yeah, so, okay, the COPA v. Wright trial is going to involve an attempt to prove that Dr. Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, while Dr. Wright is going to provide evidence that he is Satoshi, and this poses a challenge of how to prove a negative claim. So the true negative proof in like a logic and scientific approach, it requires proving an impossibility or direct contradiction of the claim. So the mere showing of a lack of evidence doesn't constitute negative proof. So COPA, in this case, they bear the burden of proof that Dr. Wright is not Satoshi. However, their allegations, COPA's allegations, do not attempt to directly falsify Dr. Wright's claim of being Satoshi through impossibility or contradiction. So Dr. Wright could basically, according to Zem here, Dr. Wright could potentially turn the tables by providing a negative proof. Dr. Wright could potentially turn the tables by providing negative proof of COPA's negative claim through evidence that renders COPA's position impossible or contradictory. So by providing negative proof of COPA's negative claim, it would render, Wright could make it impossible for COPA to prove their claim. So basically, Zem, he further goes into more detail about negative proof and how it applies to a logical structure of statements and evidence in the case. And basically that simply disproving the statement doesn't necessarily negate the false claim. So, and no credible third party has provided a logical negative proof against Dr. Wright yet far as being Satoshi. So based on activity patterns, skills required, despite motivation and resources. All right. So, and likely to focus on the trial is likely to be focused on document analysis, but credibility of firsthand witnesses is also important in assuming the overall claims and burden of proof in this case. So it's, ultimately, according to Zem's perspective, negative proof, it assesses whether the parties in COPA v. Wright have met their respective burdens based on the standard. So it's a high burden. It's going to be hard to prove, but yesterday we went through I did a short video on the actual allegations in the prayer, how the three allegations that COPA is trying to meet, which is they want to declare that Wright wasn't the author of the white paper. Okay. That they are not in violation of any copyrights. Wright has no copyrights to enforce. And the claimant, COPA, is not in any sort of violation of any copyrights by using the white paper. So in simple terms, they want to declare that Wright's not Satoshi. Right? So that's kind of why it's the Satoshi trials is what's going on right now. So that being said, shout out to CoinGeek and the guys over there. I would like to basically kind of just reach out and find out exactly, excited about the trial. I know people are asking about what's going to happen, who's going to be there, if I'm going to be there or not. I don't really know yet at this point if I'm going to be there in person. So probably more likely than not, I won't be there. But at the same time, we could still recap and everything and hopefully talk with Kurt. I have to find out what day. I'm going to be talking with Kurt here soon. I also have a meeting. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're going to meet with Shannon Rhodes. I was going to meet with Michael Middleton today, but my calendars kind of got mixed up a little bit on my morning schedule. So I just got overwhelmed. And so we're going to have to postpone that. That being said, Zem's article here, it's about to prove a negative in the COPA v. Wright trial. Goes into much more detail and a further analysis. It's worth a read. I'll put a description in the link below for everyone to take a look. And I recommend checking it out because he really breaks this down, like the expert that he is. And I would love, of course, to look forward to meeting him in person again. That being said, that's all I got for today, man. I'll see you guys at the top.